Let's get back to talking about sea lions, and in this case, the legal way that the states of Oregon and Washington actually kill the animals in certain circumstances. Why, you ask? Well, it's all about the fish that they're gorging themselves on. Sea lion populations have soared in recent decades, but salmon and steelhead, they have not. Many of the fish they eat are from 13 threatened and endangered runs, protected under the Federal Endangered Species Act. Many of the animals simply wait at the Bonneville Dam, Willamette Falls, or other pinch points where the fish gather as they make their way upriver. ODFW says sea lions eat up to 44% of the Columbia River Spring Chinook run and 25% of the Willamette Winter Steelhead run each year. They are a huge headache to people who fish, sometimes snatching fish right off of their lines as they're trying to reel the fish in. The Federal Marine Mammal Protection Act was amended in 1994 to allow states to apply for lethal removal authority under pretty narrow circumstances. And in 2018, Congress amended it again to allow for more flexibility to kill the sea lions at these pinch points like the dams or the falls. The removal or killing of sea lions has been going on at Bonneville Dam since 2008 and started at Willamette Falls about a decade later. For a few years, repeat offenders were branded with a hot iron in order to track how many times they were a problem at the dam before they were killed. Now, it's important to note that killing the animals was not the first course of action. Wildlife officials have tried all kinds of non-lethal methods, also known as hazing, to deter the animals. They've tried exclusion gates, using things like fireworks to try and scare them off, rubber buckshot shot out of a 12-gauge shotgun, and even putting the sea lions in cages and then driving them over 100 miles back out to the coast. In several cases, the same creatures were right back at the dinner table in just a matter of days. So they don't even bother with that one anymore. ODFW says they first trap the animals, and from there are two choices. The first option is to place them in an accredited zoo or aquarium, but if no facility is available, they are taken to an indoor facility and chemically euthanized by a veterinarian. Wildlife officials also have the authority to tranquilize the animal with a dart before euthanizing them. Until 2020, they could only be killed if they were gathering at Bonneville Dam or Willamette Falls. Now, the feds have issued a permit to Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and 6 regional tribes to kill the animals in certain zones across the Columbia River Basin, stretching from the I-205 bridge to east of Umatilla, so a huge stretch of the river, as well as any tributary in the Columbia where endangered species are spawning. Those zones include locations where endangered salmon and steelhead, sturgeon, and lamprey are especially vulnerable. ODFW says removing sea lions was a significant factor in 2020 for the best return of wild Willamette steelhead in years, after biologists believed they were on the verge of extinction. Nearly 400 sea lions have been killed by wildlife crews in Oregon, 277 before 2020 and then 99 since. In an email, ODFW tells us they will begin trapping more sea lions later this month at both the Bonneville Dam and Willamette Falls. Efforts to stop the state from killing the animals have fallen short. The Humane Society of the U.S. sued in federal court back in 2008, but lost. So the program continues.